Folks, it's time once again. Did you know this is 83 weeks of Clash of the Podcast?
83 weeks.
83 weeks is something you can live on and hang on to for a long time. You can ride that momentum all the way.
Yeah, even after it's all said and done, you just keep talking about it for 20 years.
We can have 83 weeks Clash of the podcast in the future now. So we're good. We're set, man. We're set on making bread here.
Yes, sir.
It's WrestleMania season, folks. I know it's good. It's great. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I was at the gym pumping, lifting, getting the muscle on.
Clanging and banging. Clanging and banging.
If you smell.
There you go.
I love it. And guess what? Someone came up to me and said, I heard The Rock's wrestling again. I saw some of the stuff he's doing. And he was like, you got a wrestling podcast, right? And this guy is a business owner. And I was just like, yeah, that's pretty cool that I've seen it a couple times. You're really good. And then he was like, yeah, The Rock's back in. I used to watch this when I was a kid, but I'm like, sounds like you know what's going on with all of The Rock stuff. I say all that to say this. It is Mania week, people. It is time. Do you know where you're supposed to be right now? Clash of the Podcast. Do you know where you're supposed to be Wednesday? Everything Pro Wrestling. Do you know where you're supposed to be on Thursday? Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Sure. Be there 8 p.m. We're going to have guests. We're going to have fun. We're going to have trivia. We're going to have it all. So make sure you are there. This is a long intro, but lots is happening. We have WrestleMania happening this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It's going down. It's going down. I cannot wait. I think we're doing reviews. I haven't confirmed it with Derek. I'm 98% sure we're doing reviews. Sean, the door is open too. If you're like, yo, send me the link, I'll send you the link if you want to hop in and you got something to say.
Oh, you know I'm down. I'll put it right on. I'm down.
You just let me know. You let me know, and I'll send it over. But we're going to be talking a lot of pro wrestling. It's me. It's Sean. Clash of the Podcast, episode 83. I think I've touched on all bases, right, Sean?
You have, man. You're on top of your game as usual, and there's only one thing left to say as we enter the 83rd week in a row of Clash of the Podcast. Brother Conrad, do me a favor. Drop that thing.
Oh man. I got the WrestleMania like hypeness.
Yeah.
I woke up. Yeah, listening. I'm cruising on like 4 hours of sleep. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys from yesterday. Cleaning up after everybody was over for Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. If we didn't get to wish it to you, I hope you had a good Easter.
Yes.
And we took care of everything. Family was over. That's what it's really about, being with your family and just remembering everything. And we're doing it. We're cleaning up. 4 hours sleep. I wake up and I'm like, yo, Clash today, bro. It's Mania week. Raw, Rock, Roman, Cody, Seth. We're going to be talking about all this. We're going to be talking about past WrestleMania stuff. We're going to get into it all. Sean set up this show quite Actually, I'll tell you this. Insider booking right here. A little insider baseball. And if you hear my phone going off, I don't know how to turn that vibration off. So, a new phone today.
That's what she said.
The vibration part or turning it? You know what? I'm going to leave that where it is. I said the show is PG, and that's what we're going to keep it, by God. So, I was hyped for doing this show with Sean today. I don't know what it is. The mania is in the blood. I appreciate everyone who is in here. Sean, let's give our salutes here, man. If you want to jump in at any time and take over some of these, you just yell, or I'm sure we both got lots to say.
The first salute I want to give to you, man. This has been a complete and total pleasure working with you, bro. I mean, cultivated a friendship out of this.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I remember what I wanted to say. Insider baseball. Sean planned out these last like 3 or 4 shows like 4 or 5 weeks ago. I just want you to know that. So it's set up. It was nicely planned. Sean plans things. I am Captain Freestyle, probably because I used to rap. Like, let's do it. Let's do it right now. Sean has planned out stuff. We're going to have a lot of fun this week. I promise you.
Oh, I appreciate that, bro. You're the best. So, like I said, man, I appreciate the brotherhood, the friendship. I mean, this podcast is just taking off in ways I never thought it would. 83 weeks in a row, man. That's crazy. That is bananas. Like, if you had asked me, well, we have done 83 weeks maybe, but 83 consecutive weeks through the holidays, through traveling, through trips, through work, through kids, through family, it's a blessing, man. So I salute you, Conrad. God bless. And God bless everybody on this Easter Monday. We're really fired up about this, man. WrestleMania week is here. Let's start off with the only Vinny I like. Oh, no. Got to talk about the super chat first. The big dog Joel in the building. It's Mania week. Can't wait for tonight and Thursday. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you. A big time friend of the show. Appreciate you, my guy. Definitely in the building. Vinny, the only Vinny we like, is in the building as well. The biggest week of the year, wrestling fans has arrived. Happy belated Easter. Same to you. God bless y'all and everyone in the chat tonight. God bless you too, man. God bless you too. The only Vinny we like. Quilly in the building. What's up, Conrad and Sean in chat? Your boy Sir Quills is back again to enjoy my two favorite bros, CJ and Hubbs. Episode 83, the Andre Reed edition, 4-time AFC champ, by the way, of the best wrestling podcast today, Clash of the By God podcast. We appreciate you, Quilly. And he continues saying, let's get to this WrestleMania prediction show because Conrad, Sean, and chat, I'm very intrigued to hear your predictions and opinions of the upcoming show. Some matches are more important than others. I agree with you. And others are fillers. I agree.
I'm gonna jump in here. We got Terrell in the house. We're getting ready to head out for the Barclays Center. This was earlier today, like hours ago. But salute if you smell what EPW is cooking. Laters, everyone. Appreciate you, Terrell.
T3Z.
Appreciate you, fam. Guy Will Gamble in here. He said, "Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope y'all having a great start to the week." Friday night Yam Down was crazy.
Chill. I know exactly. Me and Gamble were talking about that online.
Chill.
Woo!
Doug in the house. The Bray Wyatt doc drop today was good. I have not watched that yet, but I've been told by a lot of people. Shout out to my friends over there on the Insiders. Jody, Jeff, Joe, the whole crew over there, man. I know that they were checking out and I saw their opinions, and I know they're big Bray Wyatt fans, and the piece of their content is linked to Bray Wyatt. And I thought that their reviews on it were excellent. Jesse from the Pro Wrestler Shoot also told me the same thing, that he's enjoyed it. So I don't know if you've watched it yet, Sean. I haven't, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't either, but I've heard good things.
Yeah, we might have to put that on the bucket list coming up here. Maybe I'll try to squeeze that and the X-Men in before AEW. Ray, happy Monday, guys. Hope you all had a great Easter weekend. Ray, I hope you had a great Easter weekend.
Same to you, Ray.
Appreciate you.
Enjoy seeing your beautiful family on Facebook, by the way.
Always, Ray. Joel in the house, thank you, letting us know it is Mania week. It is, sir. It is. Clown says, afternoon, everyone. What's up, Clown?
Clown, appreciate you.
Let me see. Looking forward to Cody versus Roman the most, but I think the IC title match may end up being the best match. Never doubt Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn and Rey Mysterio are the two best sellers, in my opinion, in the company. Is that for the IC match or what I said?
No, I would never do that. First of all, even if I disagreed with you, which I didn't, I would never do that to you. It's because Sami Zayn's in the Intercontinental Championship match. That is a dud. That is a dud.
I don't think that was the original plan, if you want my honest opinion.
We all know what the original plan is, but I think the diversion of that plan or the deviation of that plan was a mistake. They could have went so many different routes. We all know who I feel should have been in that match, but even if you don't go the Jey Uso route because Uso Mania was probably locked in from the Royal Rumble, you still could have done something else, bro. Oh my goodness.
There was options. There were options, I'll say. AJ is definitely going to give Knight his best match to date. We're going to be talking about that second after the show.
Yep.
Guy Will Gamble. I'm not as hyped for Uso Mania as I thought I'd be. That's part of the build too.
Yeah.
Renegade, what's good, James from Pro Wrestler Shoot? So what does everybody want to talk about? LOL. Wonder what trolling Drew will do after the interview today. Yeah, Drew's going to be on one tonight, I feel.
I think so too.
I'm going to kick it back over to you because I know the next two are definitely your guys. My guys too, though, but...
Yeah. McKinney, appreciate you being in the building, my brother. He says, yo, I'm here to talk wrestling with the Fire Chat and the Two-Man Power Triple Podcast. Thank you for that. Clash of the Podcast, let y'all know Your past doesn't need you anymore. Your future does. Let's go. I love that, man. That's awesome. Thank you very much, McKinney, for the inboxes and the encouragement, man. You got away with words, man. I feel like God gives you words. I appreciate you. He says, I'm hyped for the matches we aren't going. Excuse me. I'm hyped for matches we aren't going to get this WrestleMania. Punk versus Drew. Rock, Seth versus Punk. Hurry up 2020. Oh my goodness. Very hot take on McKinney's part.
No, McKinney. We sometimes, me and you, we go back and forth. We don't agree. I will 1000% agree with you on this.
Right. But I mean, only thing I'm with him 100%. Do we have to wait till 2025?
Maybe okay. For some of them, because we won't get any of those Punk matches until later 2024. We're at least 4 months away from him being back.
Okay. M. Leezy, Fo, Sheezy in the By God building. Good evening. Happy WrestleMania week. Hope everyone had a nice day, and let's kick this historic week off with the two best in our wrestling community. Oh man, that's I'm humbled by that. I'm sure Conrad feels the same. Thank you, Matt. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate all the shout outs every Friday and everything else.
Yeah,
Matt,
for real.
It's appreciated, bro.
Big time friend of the show.
BJ says, good to see everyone this Monday. I don't think I've ever been so behind on things this close to Mania before, but I'm glad I get shows like this to help catch me up and keep it fresh. Good vibes to all. Appreciate it.
Good vibes to you, B-Jizzle.
Vinny said, did anyone watch the Roman A&E doc? I saw clips on Twitter, but I did not watch that. I my heart hurt when they played the what his brother thought of him, Rosie, Matt.
Yeah. Vinny, to answer your question, I saw it. It was riveting television. And my prediction later on in the show will probably not come to any of our normal listeners, but it's even more so after watching that amazing documentary.
Much love. Jojo B, what's good? If you're ready for WrestleMania, give me a heck yeah.
Shout out to Mike. That's Mike.
Mike, what's good, Mike?
Yeah.
Appreciate you, fam.
Different handle.
Okay. Oh, it's Mike from The Rock under new profile. Okay. I appreciate that, family. It's the WCW episode of The Clash. Appreciate you, Doug. Gomar says, yo, what is good, Gomar? Kyra, I forgot to leave a comment on last week's AEW review. Intern all night too, bruh. Come get this man, please. Please. He's here now. He's chill though right now. Pro Wrestler Shoot says, yo, what is good? Appreciate you, family.
Jess, what up, though? Deanna, she's so nice.
Always. Deanna always mentioned in the doc. Hub's coming in spicy, she said.
Man, appreciate you. You know, you're a breath of fresh air, D. Appreciate you.
Yo, Cray, what's good? First time in years I'll be missing Mania due to work. Denzel as Malcolm slaps the table gif.
Oh, man. Don't try to stay away from radio and TV. You know, this is the only time of year where they do super mainstream. So
you can always come back and watch the review after, Cray, and leave.
There you go.
And I'll interact with them when I get the chance to. I might be tired, but we'll get to it.
It's just great, Oos.
Here goes your guy. My
guy, Derek. Thank you, Derek. I'm so looking forward. Derek is making his debut on Hubbard Wrestling Weekly on Thursday night. So super fired up about that.
Yeah, Derek, don't be messing around. Right? Best behavior. I am not responsible for Derek. Anything he says or do is on Derek. I will say that.
I only have one rule, bro. There's only one rule on my channel.
Oh, no. I'm talking about Derek acting a fool. So whatever Derek says is on Derek. So
well, he's gonna come correct. I know that. That's what.
Absolutely. But I got to keep an eye on him. I got to keep him on his toes. Craig, yes. R.I.P. Devontae Davis. Entertain said, I'm late, but I'm here. Glad to catch you guys. Entertain, never late, my friend. Pull up a seat anytime.
Thank you for being here.
I'm being told it's amazingly done. Eric Douglas, how are y'all? What's up, Eric? Easy E, what's good?
Appreciate you.
Matt Lopez says, must-see shows other than Mania this week. We have Bloodsport, ROH Supercard, GCW Spring Break, and the Stardom Show. Yes. Make sure you're signed up for like the Watch ROH, Triller TV, any of the apps showing all these great things for Mania weekend, man. Look into it. Go out. Check out some of those indie shows, man. They're fun. They
are going to put on the biggest shows they possibly can for WrestleMania week. They know the world is watching.
Ooh, you gave me old school vibes when you said that. The world is watching. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're young.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Jocelyn says, I'm here. That's my comment right now.
We appreciate you. Jehovah. That just came out of nowhere, and I love it.
Is that someone's name in the chat?
No, Jocelyn. I'm saying Jehovah.
Oh, my goodness. Yo, we got a celeb in here. Monteezy. What's good, Monteezy?
What up, though?
Does the theme for everything pro wrestling. Send us support, salute, keep pushing. Teezy, I appreciate you, family. Thank you so much.
I might have to hit up Monteezy to help me out with my theme song. I don't have a theme song. I might have to hit him up.
Let Monteezy know, man.
Yeah.
I got some other names for you too that work with Teezy.
That's what's up.
Cray said R.I.P. Devontae Davis. Yes. I wanted to make sure that was acknowledged too. McKinney, I'm gonna get nerdy for a second, Sean. I don't know if you've checked this out on Disney Plus, but X-Men 97, straight fire. I am not missing an episode. I am on it and I'm loving it. I feel like a kid, like on Saturday mornings again, watching Fox Kids, like do-do-do-do-do-do. And if you watch our Instagram stories, which is where me and Sean promote a lot of our stuff, I definitely used the X-Men theme when we were talking about Jade last week. So show love. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anyone. Rob's in the house. Was good. Yo, gotta watch later, but I'm leaving my like right now. Appreciate you, Rob.
Appreciate that.
Darth Yoda in the house. Love to my big bro CJ. Keep it going. Darth Yoda, I appreciate you, family. Thank you for checking in with us. XG Dub, I see you.
XGW is super supportive, by the way. Thank you, XGW.
Yeah, that's a collection of people. I know y'all. Let me stop. The X-Men 97. I hope this leads to Spider-Man the Animated Series revival. I would totally be down with that. Let me see here. Joel says Stardom is a pay-per-view only, but the Collective and Hog and X Revolver is all part of Triller TV. Spark Joshi is a pay-per-view only too.
I have to watch Stardom. That's all I can say right now. I have to watch Stardom.
Right? Josh Book Shelton for Bloodsport. Let's go. Easy. Byron Cutler. What up?
B cuts. I just come up with these off the top of my head. B cuts.
Easy E, what's good? How appropriate for you to be here for 83 weeks?
Touche.
What up? John G, Conrad, Sean, what's good, John?
JG, super easy, super dope.
Look at this guy. Thursday, baby.
Fired up about it, Derek. Super fired up. So happy to have you, brother.
If I missed you, I apologize. If you guys are in here now, easiest thing to do to help support us, we need more people to watch it. Hit the like button for us. Tell people, share this. That's the best way to make it more known for us. And I want you, if you're going to do it for me on Everything Pro Wrestling, I need you to do the same thing for Sean. Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. It is in the description box, but guess where else it's about to be? It's going to be right here in the chat, and we got it going on. So make sure that you guys show love.
Subscribe. That's all we ask. Nothing major.
Light work. Sean,
get yourself an I'm a Vibe t-shirt or I'm a Vibe sweatshirt on the website.
Sean's got some fly gear, man. Check it out. We got some stuff up too on TeePublic. Make sure you guys check out the Everything Pro Wrestling store. All that stuff's in the description, though.
Yes,
Get yourself a shirt. Let's go, man. Let's start off. We're gonna start off with the classic Mania stuff. Then we're gonna get to the preview.
We're gonna do some throwback stuff, and then we're gonna get to the potatoes.
Do we want to address the elephant in the room? I know a couple people in the chat mentioned it. Do we talk about
elephant in the room means Zelina Vega's outfit on SmackDown? Then sure. No, sorry. Yes, we can address the elephant in the room. Yes.
CM Punk today appeared on MMA Hour. I don't have all the quotes. I'm not going to get too deep into this. Me and Sean were talking about it before. I know everybody wants to hear our thoughts real quick. Punk kind of addressed some of the issues with AEW, him coming back, issues with Gomez. There's just a lot of stuff happening right now in the world of wrestling. I'm not even going to address any of the Gomez stuff that came out today. I saw a couple of like little news bits. I won't get into that, but Punk, what did you think? He kind of addressed the Tony Khan all in brawl out. He stated his side of things. He said maybe he could have handled things better. I think that's true. I am still kind of believing Punk in all of this. I know that a bunch of people who I'm cool with are not even believing it, but what do you think?
One thing you could believe about Phil Brooks, he may not always tell the truth, and I'm not saying he's not, but I'm just saying, no, I'm saying that in general. Take it easy, Conrad. Take it easy. For the people on
I'm
audio,
not even upset.
no, for the people on audio, you couldn't see his face. Let me clarify. He doesn't always tell the truth because the truth is subjective, right? But I do believe 100% that Phil Brooks always tells his truth. And I respect him telling his truth. And in his truth, preaching to you guys on Easter Monday, in his truth, I think there's a lot of the truth. So I salute him for saying what he had to say. I think that the guy has some legitimate gripes. I think the man has some legitimate grievances. And I think he did what was best for him and his family. And I will never knock anyone for doing that.
Yeah, I thought he told some truths. Some of it is scary to think when it comes down to Tony Khan and how he said he kind of felt about him. And he said, oh, a lot of people are saying like, well, why didn't you say something instead? He said, no, I did say something, but nothing was done every time.
Right.
That's an issue. That's stuff that needs to be taken care of. That's stuff that needs to be handled.
Joel, you watch this show every week. You don't know who Gomez is? Don't tell him, Conrad. Just think, Joel. And I agree, Deanna.
Who named you the chosen one?
There you go.
Who is he? Yo, my heart was pumping last week. I was like, please don't let Sean be right about this. Please don't let this dude get fired right now. He is the best dude to ever like put his foot over the line, dip his toe in the water, then take it back out. Like, I didn't say anything wrong technically.
Right.
I was just asking who said you were the guy. So Punk always knows how to push buttons. He gave that interview to Ariel Helwani. I know some people aren't fans of him. Listen, I'm trying to see it from both sides here. And the hit pieces are already coming out on Punk. I saw the AEW tweets. I love AEW. Even people who are suspended are putting up, I love AEW. That's fine. That's good. Do what you guys got to do. Focus on your show right now. I think it's been great, but how to pull people in, I don't know if there's enough engaging stories for people besides people like me. I don't know.
And by the way, you can love AEW because I'm not going to mention their name because I'm actually a fan of the person I'm making reference to, but he needs to grow up a little bit. This particular person, yeah, you may love AEW, but you're not in a position like CM Punk is to have options like him. So take it easy. If you were in his shoes, you probably would have done the same thing. And by no means am I a CM Punk apologist, but I would never knock a man for getting to the bag, especially when he's disgruntled. So to you know who, a man I think has tremendous athletic ability, take it easy, relax. You're not in a position to make CM Punk type moves.
Moving on, because we're going to be.
I know you're surprised to hear me talk like this, Conrad, because I'm not a big CM Punk apologist, but when he's right, he's right. I'm never going to sit up here and be.
I feel like you're doing more of the defending than me this week.
Yeah, I know today because he deserves it. I'm never going to knock a man for speaking his truth. Never.
I just think there's a lot of people trying to take shots, especially the whole like, oh, he's 0-2 at UFC. He lost every fight. Well, he's 2-0 against your boys. Like, I don't know what you want him to do. So it's what it is, right? We're going to talk about Punk. I'm over the Punk AEW stuff. It's WrestleMania weekend. We got more exciting things to talk about then.
How does my hairline get more crispy every week? Like, how does that happen?
Hat Titans. So let's get into this past Mania stuff, Sean. We got a lot of people in here, man. Thank you to everybody who's in here, man.
Continue subscribing to EPW, man. This is super dope.
And Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. And shout out to E for putting the Discord up. If you guys like Discord, EPW, we have a Discord. Sean, you can. I don't know if you're on Discord, but you can post anything you want.
I'm not on Discord, but maybe you can talk me into it and show me what to do, brother.
It was a struggle for me, brother, as an older dude trying to get into it. But let's get it, man.
Yeah, let's get it, man. We're gonna look back in time a little bit. The meat and potatoes is coming, guys. WrestleMania 40 is on the horizon. Don't worry, we are definitely getting to the meat and potatoes, but a little bit of an appetizer for you guys. Part 3 of our WrestleMania Retro What If series. Really looking forward to talking about this. And we're going to start off, we went through the Generation era, we went through the Federation era, a little bit of Attitude era, and now we're kind of coming to the current regime or the current era of professional wrestling. starting somewhere in the range of 28, 29, going all the way through the current present day product. And the first question I have for you, Conrad, is has the Cena era, or did the Cena era, because we can say the Cena era, has ended, right? But did the Cena era last too long? Because it's gone the gamut of 21. I won't count 20. I was in the building for that, by the way, when he won the United States Championship. But that's kind of where the firework got lit, right? But he won his first world championship at 21, successfully defended at 22, 23. He was unsuccessful at 24, won a championship at 25. 26, I believe, was successful. 27, I believe he was successful. If I'm wrong on that, correct me on that. Thank you, Conrad. Okay. He lost 27. 28, obviously, we know he lost the big match to The Rock in Miami. I was there for that. 29, he came back and redeemed himself, winning the championship from The Rock.
I was there for that.
There you go. 30, he lost. 30, he won. 30, he beat Bray Wyatt, which is very disputed.
I hope Derek's not in the chat, because Derek,
him beating Bray Wyatt at 30 was kind of crazy. 31, he knocks off Rusev, who was hot as fish grease at the time. I don't know, bro. I don't know how I feel about that. 32, he was injured, made an appearance with The Rock. 33, he wins with his wife or ex-wife or
fiance.
That was stupid. 34, he loses a squash to The Undertaker. I don't know, man. It's like, did the Cena era last too long? I mean, Hogan had 10 years. Cena had somewhere in the range of 10 to 12 years, maybe even 15. I'm thinking it was a little bit of overkill, man.
I'm just trying to think of what he did at the Manias after. Was he at 35, or did he miss that one?
I believe he missed 35. He lost to Bray in a cinematic at 36. Yeah.
Did he compete at 30? I know he did Theory, last year. I can't listen with Cena. I think it was at 33 when I was like, okay, he's kind of cooked. Like, they're not gonna push him as hard. But I will say, like, his era of him kind of being on top, and Roman was never really the definitive guy yet. They still put like Cena over him. You could feel it. I think it lasted too long. That's just me.
Yeah, me too. It was a lot, man. It was a lot to digest.
It was Hogan-esque, like where you were like, oh, okay, enough.
Question for the chat and question for you. And this is a tough one. And I'm going to say Hogan. I'm going to surprise you, and I'm going to say Hogan. Even though I'm not a big fan of him personally, you got to salute him for the stuff he's done in the ring. What era was better, Hogan or Cena? I'm giving the nod to Hogan. Cena got, like, to quote Deanna, the Cena shovel was strong for a while. I mean, they shoved Cena down our throat. Here's a better way to put it, Conrad and chat. Hogan, there was a time where Hogan was not being forced down our throats, right? Let's be real. There was a time that Hogan was not being forced down our throats. I'd say let's just go to WrestleMania era. We all know that Hulkamania kicked off January 23rd, 1984. But let's just go from the Mania era, right? So Mania, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd say through seven, it wasn't forced down our throats. By 8, it was. By 9, it certainly was. And then, okay, it is what it is, right? So, but Cena's era started at 05. And by the summer of 05, we were hoping Chris Jericho would beat him at SummerSlam. So it's kind of like I give the nod to Hogan.
I will as well, I think.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, in a way. Here's the weird thing. Like, Cena, I think, is a victim of being, I don't want to say culture vulture in a negative sense. To me, he was a rapper. And I identified with that. And when he turned on that, I turned on him. I'm like, yo, what happened to the dude that I liked? Like, this isn't who I cheered to be the world champion. Now you're some militant dude. And for me, Hogan jumped the shark, I think, around WrestleMania 7. Not that I wanted Slaughter to win. It just felt like you did all that with Warrior. Yeah, because you did all that with Warrior and Savage. And it was like, why are they fighting each other in this career match? And then Hogan's just over. I don't know.
Okay, so this is where I have to reel you back in. Clearly, the smarter guy in the show being Conrad Cushman, but this is one of the few moments where Sean has to reel Conrad back in. Warrior Hogan 2 was the original plan for 7. How's that? And I'm not a person, I'm certainly not a Hogan apologist. But my question to you is, how's that Hogan's fault?
I just don't like that he was in that position, I guess. Like, I guess I'm just being picky about where he was on the card. Like, why couldn't Hogan have had the non-title match for once at WrestleMania? Because I'm trying to think, wasn't he always involved in the main event some way, somehow, up until 9?
Every time. Yes, that's true.
Bundy. I'm just trying to think. He was out there for 4, 5, 6. Yep, 7. Yeah. Every time he was involved in it, and I was just like, maybe it's time for someone else. But like you said, maybe 8. You could feel it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
to answer the question, did Cena's era last too long in Mania history? I'd say yes.
Yes.
I'd say yes. All right, so let's move on.
Here, I'm just trying to see if I had any other comments.
Please, of course.
You know the deal. Cena's best match was the Firefly Funhouse match. R.I.P. to Bray. I actually did like that match a lot. That was probably my second favorite match on that Mania card.
It was fun. I like what they made a little something out of nothing. I loved it.
Let me see here. I got a bunch of people talking here. They tried to make Cena the combo of Austin, Rock, and Hogan. Kind of, but it didn't work. He felt more Hogan than anybody. I've always felt. WrestleMania 35, John Cena came back as the Doctor of Thugonomics. He wore the Babe Ruth jersey, dissing Elias.
Yes, I remember that now. Thank you for reminding us.
That is true. Hogan versus Rock, best Mania match of all time. I'll stand on that hill.
I don't think you're standing alone. You know the deal. I don't think you're standing alone. There's a lot of people that feel that way.
I got a top 5 of Mania matches that I don't know if it's been cracked yet. I'm trying to think if anything last year did, but I do have a top 5 Mania matches that it's tough.
Are we going to go top 5 Mania matches before we sign off tonight?
I'll do it right now. I'm ready.
Go.
I think you've heard mine.
I'm ready too.
I will put Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle on my list. I am going to put the TLC match from WrestleMania 17 on my list. I am going to put Macho Man Randy Savage and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on that list. Bret the Hitman Hart versus Steve Austin, I Quit match, WrestleMania 13. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, WrestleMania 25. Those are my top 5 Mania matches, period.
No particular order. And I'm going to give reasons because people are going to jump on me for this.
And real quick, the reason for Ricky Steamboat and Macho Man, it changed how pro wrestling is laid out and structured. You would not have good television title matches in the NWA, I don't think, without how that match was structured. Everybody learned how to work that style after they did that match.
Well said. I'm going to give you why. No particular order. Hogan and Andre, to me, is still one of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history and has to be top 5 credentialed because of what it did for the business. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It wasn't a catch-as-catch-can classic. For what it did for the business, chat, back me up or tell me I'm wrong. Hogan Andre at WrestleMania 3 was exponentially important to the history of the business. I'm sorry. I'm going to go Mega Powers exploding at WrestleMania 5. I'm going to go back to WrestleMania 3 and say Steamboat and Savage. I'm also going to go TLC from 17, and I'm also going to go HBK Undertaker at 25.
I remember watching that match live. I was losing my mind. It was just so good. And I never will forgive the dude in the front row for ruining the moonsault. If you ever go back and watch this, Shawn goes for the moonsault and he's climbing up, and then you see this guy. He's at like the next 2 or 3 WrestleManias. He's wearing like a Cavaliers jersey always, and he goes like this when Shawn's going up, and I'm like, why did you ruin this?
He did ruin it.
Yes, and then we won't talk about WrestleMania 26 because that was a sad night for me.
Yeah, broke
So,
my heart. Matter of fact, my heart was broken from the time Undertaker said that Shawn had to put his career on the line and Shawn Michaels accepted, because we kind of all knew that Shawn Michaels was going to lose, and that meant the countdown was on.
yeah, E said he wasn't a fan of the Firefly Funhouse. I think we talk about 36 in this one a little bit. So
yeah, we do.
We'll get into it. Rock's the GOAT, Darth Yoda says. I love it. Easy time. Oh, Vinny came with his. Taker Shawn. Sean Angle, Austin Rock 17. That's the best of the three, in my opinion.
It was.
Taker Triple H 28 is good, and Rock Hogan 18. Biggest spectacle. You love the spectacle matches right there. Those are good ones.
I'm gonna counteract Vinny a little bit and say, are you sure? Now look, I was there for Hell in a Cell in Miami at 28. I'm just gonna challenge you a little bit, my favorite Vinny, and say 27 H and Taker was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. No Hell in a Cell. Do you remember that? 27, when it looked like Triple H was going to beat him. That was really, really good, bro.
No, I love that match. That's kind of why I don't rank that. So, shout out to the six pack, Malik, Kyron, all the homies. Rambo. Yes, we have discussions sometimes about this, and that came up recently. Like, how bad is 27 as a WrestleMania? And I was like, I think it's saved because that match isn't as bad, and 9's over 11 because it looked cool. I just watched Brett versus Yoko the other night on the YouTube channel.
There you go.
Like, they were just showing all those Mania matches. Yeah. Oh man, you know the deal. Good call right here. Razor and HBK ladder match. That's another classic.
Razor and HBK would make my top 5 if there wasn't TLC at 17.
Ooh, Vinny says good sleeper though. Here he he has Taker versus Triple H 27. Not a big fan of it, but he liked their match at 17 more. The sledgehammer shot to the head. I thought it was over. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair.
We wouldn't be talking about a streak. 27 isn't as bad as 9. Come on now, Eblisi. We got Tatanka. McKinney's coming in with his. Hold on, we got people coming in hot. Hogan versus Andre, Taker versus HBK, WrestleMania 17, the whole show. Rock versus Hogan, Brett versus Austin, Daniel Bryan versus Cena. I don't think they wrestled, did they, at a Mania?
No, I think I love the match, but I believe that was SummerSlam.
Yeah. WrestleMania 17, classic show.
Absolutely.
Forget which Mania it was, but Miz versus Shane, Falls Count Anywhere match. Okay, that was better than I thought it was going to be.
All right.
Doug says Shawn and Flair. That's a good one. It doesn't get as much love now, but Bryan versus Triple H. That's my second favorite opener in WrestleMania history.
I like it.
Continue on, Sean.
Sorry. No doubt. And I agree. You know the deal. Worst match, Cole versus No, you know what? Cole versus Jerry the King Lawler being the worst might be the case. But as far as build up and letdown, you got to think Brock and Goldberg at 20.
Oh yeah. Wow.
We'll get to that. So listen, let's go back in time. Here's one of the most controversial subjects, chat, in WrestleMania history. The year is 2014. We've seen Hogan, Rock, and Austin in the ring together. Daniel Bryan has beat Triple H, and he's going on to face Bryan and Randy Orton for the World Championship. But in the middle of that, The Undertaker. Oh, boy. The Undertaker walks the aisle very slowly, as always, to defend the streak. And he's defending it against Brock Lesnar. Now, The Undertaker, before the streak was a streak, has survived people like Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Mark Henry in a casket match, CM Punk the year before. He survived Triple H. He survived Big Daddy Cool Diesel. The list goes on and on. The list goes on and on. But he's going up against a guy that at the time was the most feared combat sports athlete in the world, a returning Brock Lesnar. He did survive Superfly Snooker guy Will Gamble. Don't make fun of Superfly, bro. Anyway, but look, check this out.
That was Superfly with the boots too.
Yeah, facts. But here's the deal, man. The Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar after 3 F5s. The Undertaker lost. So my question is, if Brock didn't do it, because a lot of people are very upset that Brock ended the streak. If Brock didn't do it, who would have? Conrad, chat, you let me know.
I think I would have went with Bray to do it.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt just felt right. Like if anyone was going to take over, because I feel like you had to have it to be someone who was going to take over his spot, and maybe they absorb his powers, or you know what I mean, mystery, all that stuff behind it. I don't know. I personally, if I had the pencil, if they gave me this, he ain't losing this streak ever. He wouldn't lose the streak. He would have went out like Sting did.
Okay, I mean, I hear you. I mean, I'm not a person that believes the streak should have never been ended. I just don't think the streak should have been ended that night.
Yeah, that
you can't. Here's the deal, Conrad, and this may be me being a attitude era junkie. Okay, I'm admitting it up front. If you survive Kane at 14, which was a really well done match, okay, if you survive. I won't say survive the Big Boss Man, but you win the Hell in a Cell at 15. You beat Triple H at 17. You beat Ric Flair at 18. You win a triple threat or a 2-on-1 at 19. You beat Kane again at 20. You beat Randy Orton at 21. The list goes on and on and on, right? We're getting to that, absolutely. My question is this. After you beat Triple H and essentially Shawn Michaels as the guest referee in 28, how the heck do you lose to Brock Lesnar? I understand Brock Lesnar's the man, and my answer to my own question would be this, Conrad. I hate to admit it. It needed to be Roman Reigns. You needed it to be the most influential. We didn't know it at the time. And I probably would have been mad at it myself. But the way history has played itself out, right? It made sense for Roman Reigns to beat The Undertaker because Roman Reigns has now become the most influential professional wrestler in the world today. And that's the only thing that makes sense. I love Bray, God rest his soul. I'm a fan of Brock outside of the personal stuff. I'm talking about in-ring only, right? Roman Reigns at 33 should have been the first time The Undertaker got beat.
I was there for that match, and yikes! I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would have wanted to see it that way, but I will say Roman's delivery the next night.
By Yardell.
That would have been a great time to turn heel and do this tribal chief thing. Yeah, it's my yard now. Boom, and he just flipped the mic and left. Yeah, that would have been tough. I'm not saying I would have been opposed to ending it, but I was more so I would have definitely put Taker over most people that they would have put in front of me. Like, nah, Taker's winning.
All I'm saying is that Roman Reigns has now become the tribal chief, right? Again, we did not know it at the time. I'm not trying to act like we knew it at the time. But the way things have played out, you're telling me that Roman Reigns being the guy would not have at least made more sense?
Yeah, could have.
You know? But we all agree it shouldn't have been Brock in 2014.
No, I'll never forget. Derek was there, I think, with a bunch of people, and I definitely thought I was getting jumped because I was like, "Oh, it's over right here." And I was like, 1, 2, and I would always yell 3 just because you beat my boy Sean, you're done. 3, and then when that third match, when he hit the 3, we were all like, I was like, I didn't know that was gonna happen. I swear to you, I didn't know that was gonna happen. And Derek and them thought like the ref must have messed up. The ref had to, and then when the graphic came up, that's when everybody knew like. It's over.
Well, I saw my guy Derek make a comment in the chat a little earlier. He said that Brock was not supposed to win.
That wasn't supposed to be a win for Brock. He was just saying like he didn't think Brock deserved that.
That
accolade.
Well, I agree. I think that was a mistake. I think it should have been broken 3 years later by the tribal chief.
You could have had other people do it too. I think Orton was another candidate that they could have had him do it when he was the Legend Killer.
Right, and don't forget Batista, Edge. I mean, my God,
Yeah, Edge was undefeated at Mania 2 before that.
he was.
Well, technically in singles matches. I guess that Money in the Bank doesn't count.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
though he won it and cashed it in. But
There you go, there you go. So check it out. Speaking of Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 32 is pretty much recognized as one of the worst WrestleManias of all time. It'll never take the place of 9. It'll never take the place of 11. But WrestleMania 32 is considered one of the worst WrestleManias of all time. My simple question is this, Conrad and chat. With Roman Reigns getting booed out of the building, they had to pull Triple H by the bootstraps to win the title and make the match somewhat interesting. You had a really confusing match between Dean Ambrose, a.k.a. Jon Moxley, and Brock Lesnar with a really weird outcome as well. I mean, my question is, how do you make WrestleMania 32 better? What could they have done? I mean, Seth was on the shelf. What could they have done?
I'm just trying to remember everything that happened that put NXT TakeOver on and switch WrestleMania to a different night. Like, I like some of the matches that happened there, but I just don't think they had the star power. And I think believing in NXT a little bit more would have helped.
I mean, let's go down the tiers of the card. Let's have a little fun with this and go down the tiers of the card. I mean, it's not pretty. I mean, you got the epic moment with Shane coming off the cell, right? Big shout out to Shane McMahon. But the matches are as follows: Kalisto versus Ryback in the for the U.S. title during the pre-show. A Total Divas Battle Royal during the pre-show, a 6-woman tag. The Usos would not make their first WrestleMania appearance at this show. They faced the Dudleys in the opening match, the closing match, I should say, of the pre-show. Zack Ryder won the IC title in the ladder match to begin the show. Jericho beat AJ Styles. The League of Nations beat the New Day and then ended up getting attacked by Austin, HBK, and Mick Foley. Brock defeats Dean Ambrose. I don't understand that. Charlotte won against Becky Lynch and Sasha to become the first inaugural women's champion. Undertaker, Shane, Hell in a Cell. Corbin beats Kane as the final person in the 20-man battle royal. Rock and a squash against Eric Rowan, and then Roman beats Triple H for the world title. I mean, it was kind of like, ugh, you know?
Yeah, not a good show. Yeah. Not a good show.
Just nothing you could really. I mean, Seth. I don't even think Seth could have saved that show.
I think that it would have been lovely if they could have had like the Shield in the triple threat. I know they were trying to like crown the first women's champ. Would they have done both like that? Who knows? Maybe they could have done the 4 horsewomen in like the winner is the new Raw women's champ, but they didn't call Bayley up yet. You know,
right.
So it's tough. It's tough to say what they could have done to make that card better. Like I said, I think it was just believing in NXT more. I don't think they believed enough yet.
Yeah, clearly not. Clearly not. I think the next question is fairly simple, and I think the answer is 100% yes, but I'll just throw it out to you in the chat. Did Goldberg and Brock make up at 33 for the debacle that took place at WrestleMania 20?
Yes, and we have interesting perspectives on this. I thought about this when I was reading your show notes. You were at 20 and I was at 33.
Yes, sir.
So I felt like, oh, this show is dragging. So my perspective when I was there was this show is dragging. We need something to pick it up. And this match picked it up. Goldberg, actually, Bill Goldberg and Minute Maid Man went out there and they put on a match. It was quick. Boom, boom, boom. It wasn't offensive at all. If that makes sense. Like it was just do your finishers, couple. It was the superpower match, which I think WWE started leaning too hard on later on. Of like, okay, we're just gonna do the 5 things and we're done here. Thanks. Have a good day.
Right.
I didn't mind it. So I thought they made up for what had previously happened because your match that you saw is kind of like historically. This went the wrong way entirely.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. And it didn't help that the dirt sheet had already revealed that Brock and Goldberg were going to leave. So the fans were pretty upset about that. You know, I remember being in my emotions too, but I also remember saying, yo, they're doing what they got to do for their families, bro. Like, if they want to leave, they have a right to leave, but just put on a good match on your way out. That's the thing I cared about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care that you're leaving, but you're going to leave like this. You know, it's terrible.
Right. Love it. What up, Sick? Appreciate you. He said, did someone say Kalisto? He's a fan. Leon King TV said WWE was good in 2016, but earlier that year they didn't have much star power. I did enjoy 2016 WWE. SmackDown Live was good until like WrestleMania 33 later on.
Mm-hmm.
IC title match was pretty good at 32. It was good because it was a surprise. No one called Zack Ryder winning it.
Yeah, he lost it the next night, but yeah.
That dude, and the sad part is when he was sitting on that ladder, I'm like, y'all know he's probably losing tomorrow, right? To someone. I don't know who, and it was sad. When it happened, I was like, yep, called it. Yeah, so I don't know. What you got? What do you got next on your what if list?
Quick question for you, Conrad. At WrestleMania 35, the main event was Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte.
Yep.
But we all know that previous November, what would have been one of the most highly touted Survivor Series matches in history would have had a hot as fish grease Becky Lynch going up against Ronda. But Becky got injured in an act I still consider to be very reckless. No disrespect, Nia Jax. Just be safe, Nia. But she punches
She's
Becky.
Not like most girls.
She's not, and she needs to train more and I'm not being funny either. Just be safe. You're a talented woman, Nia Jax. Just be safe.
I think she's 10 times better though in her latest run than.
Yeah, she's still. I'm not really comfortable with that bonsai drop.
Got you.
But my question is, what would have been the main event of WrestleMania 35 if we saw Ronda and Becky in November the previous year? How would that have played out?
I feel like they wanted to go back to because that Ronda and Kurt was at 34, right? That little interaction with Triple H to them. I think what they wanted to do was Kurt and Ronda versus Triple H and Stephanie, but they couldn't get to that point.
Okay.
That they wanted to. I think that was the plan, but then it didn't pan out.
I mean, would it have just been as simple as the fact that maybe it wouldn't have been the first ever female main event at WrestleMania? Is it just that simple? Maybe it's not that complicated?
Maybe it could have just been Ronda and Stephanie.
Okay. In the main event?
In an act of selfishness, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they would have did something like that. Honestly, I always told people this. Becky and Ronda was the best bet. Ronda is the entertainment attraction. Becky was there for the mouthpiece. They added Charlotte to the match just to make sure the match wasn't bad for wrestling-wise.
Guy Will Gamble says that's what they were building to for the first women's main event, I think. But my question, though, is let me say it again. If Becky and Ronda fought at Survivor Series, how do we get to WrestleMania 35?
Unless they were going to just double down and go with Charlotte and whoever is the champ.
Okay.
Not my cup of tea, but I could see it.
I mean, in this case, I guess we should be thankful for the way things played out because I think they deserve to be in the main event. Maybe not Charlotte, but she didn't ruin the match. And Charlotte's entrance was epic, just like her father 20, 30 years earlier. But it's just something that's always going to weigh on my mind. Like, if Becky faced Ronda at Survivor Series, I just wonder how we get to the main event of 35. But so let's move on a little bit more. We got to get a couple through more of these, and then we'll get into the main day today product. So very sensitive subject. The pandemic changed everything, right? We're still in a pandemic technically. Thank God things are better. Continue wearing your mask, continue protecting yourselves. WrestleMania 2020, WrestleMania 36 will always be the worst WrestleMania ever just because of the pandemic. No knock on the superstars, no knock on WWE, no knock on the referees, the production crew, whatever. But a WrestleMania with no fans has to be considered the worst WrestleMania of all time. They did their best. I salute them for putting on a show. It would have been the first time in 36 years of the history of the company that they didn't have a WrestleMania, so they decided to just split it up, do a 2-night format, and call it a day. My question is not really about, Conrad, the 2020 edition. My question is, moving forward, we've had the 2-night format ever since. Do we like that?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I went back and I could feel WrestleMania 38 and 34 when I was watching those classic matches just pop up for the shows. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that was a long show. From 32 on, I was like, these are super long shows like that. I was drained by the end. Like, Sean, if you told me now to record after those, I would say no. We're gonna just discuss it on Clash. I'm just not doing it. I'm not.
Okay.
That's how bad I felt after doing those. Like, it went way too long. You cannot do shows like that to where they last that long. It was midnight some of the nights, and I'm still in the stadium sitting here, and the main event hasn't started yet, or it's about to start. And I'm like, why? Could you imagine as a kid, you took your kid to Mania, school maybe the next day, or you're about to be off break, and then it's midnight. What am I doing here still?
I'm so torn, Conrad. I'm so torn. Can I be real with you, bro?
Yeah, go ahead.
This edition coming up on Saturday and Sunday, because of the way it's played out, because we're getting Roman 2 nights, probably Rock 2 nights, definitely Cody and Seth 2 nights. This is the first time that I've liked the 2-night format. The first time. It played out this way this year, and it's fine. Why was WrestleMania 37 a 2-night format? That was not. I don't understand. I do not understand.
That might be logistics of having the building rented out. We had already planned this. I know I owe you this money. Here you go. You know what I mean? That might just be like, it's already signed. I owe you a makeup. Let's make up the dates that we had to at the time. Okay, that was right when stuff was happening.
Let me rephrase this question. I want you to put your owner hat on, okay? Because one day you will be an owner of your own promotion. I'm putting that in the atmosphere. WrestleMania 36 has come and gone. Maybe WrestleMania 37, because of the reason you just broke down, have come and gone. Your obligations are over. Now you're going into Houston or going into Dallas for 38. You're sitting down at your boardroom table, and you make the decision to go 2 nights. Now, after 37, like you just broke down very smartly, very expertly, that maybe you had an obligation, try to make up for the lost trip, make up for the lost event. So we're going to do 2 nights in 37 like we did 2 nights in 36 from an operational standpoint. But 38, all bets are off. You decide to go 2 nights at 38. Why?
Because I could double my income, even if not now, in the future. Why not have London get a WrestleMania and then Chicago gets the other WrestleMania, or New York has one and California gets the other one? You know what I mean? You could play these types of games if you really wanted to. It's not WrestleMania 2 where the simulcast is going to be bad and we're like, thank goodness we got the Bulldogs versus the Dream Team. Mm-hmm. Nowadays it's going to be seamless, and it's going to be, that was fun. That was pretty cool that we got 2 nights of WrestleMania, one here and one there. And they both bid on it, so we got double paid.
Okay. I mean, like I said,
not the answer you may want to hear from a creative standpoint, business standpoint.
Stop. I don't care. I want the truth, bro, and I appreciate. I'm just simply saying 40 is the first time I've been excited for the 2-night format. Because honestly, I don't think they would have been able to pull it off if it wasn't a 2-night format with the way the storyline played out.
And Sean, when it's bad, 2-night format's going to be rough for some people.
Okay.
If you can't pull it off, if you don't have the writing team, it's bad. It's not good.
Okay. All right. I respect it. Let's move on. We're almost at the end of the line when it comes to the retro stuff. Guys, and this is going to lead right into our WrestleMania current day discussion. And I want the chat to be involved. The chat, you already are involved, but I mean like yes or no to this particular question. I want all yeses and nos. Simply put, Conrad, at WrestleMania 39, should Cody have finished the story?
Yes. Yes, I'm sorry to say it. They could have saved themselves so much drama. So much drama. And I just was like, why didn't you do this? It would have made things more interesting. And now I feel like this past year of Roman Reigns, this has been the worst year of him being the champ so far, I think, out of all of them.
I predicted that he'd lose at 39. It ended up being very intriguing how the situation played out, but to see it come full circle again, I guess I would say yes. Like, you might as well have just done it last year, bro. Like, it's like we're right back to square one. Deanna says no. Mike says yes. I mean, I don't know, man. 39 felt like Cody was definitely going to win. 40 even seems like he has to win. But it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm going to go to Leon King, the King TV's question. He says, "Do you guys think 39 was better than 38?" I'm gonna say yes. I'll take 39 over 38.
I'll say yes simply because of two people, Jimmy and Jey Uso. Think about who they faced at 38 and think about their epic match with KO and Sammy at 39.
Who was the match at 38 against? Refresh me.
Shinsuke and
Boogs.
Boogs.
Yeah. Woo. Hard times. Do you see WWE?
You ain't right.
And you know what's the sad part? Nakamura is better than this garbage that he's been given too.
Right.
He's kind of one of the ones that I'm a little frustrated with how they're booking him. Do we see WWE doing a 2-night Mania from 2 cities? I could see it happening.
I got you.
But I can't believe some people are saying no, though, for the Cody thing. Listen, the Cody thing, we're not going to find out till after. Sean, when we're doing our predictions for Clash of the Podcast episode, I don't know, we'll probably be at like 133 or something at the
time. There you go.
If I'm right on that too, crazy. But we'll be at that point, and we're
you keep talking. I'm gonna do the math.
And we're gonna be sitting there, and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, was it worth it that they waited that long for Cody? Was it better for Cody?" I think it's just gonna depend on how it's booked and how he's treated.
We might be still waiting.
Don't say. Here he goes. And if he's right, Sean is definitely gonna do a victory lap on y'all like the Young Bucks running around. I told you.
What number did you say, bro?
33. 133.
135.
Really?
Yeah. Woo. Nice.
Ooh, I was close.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Catholic school for no math, no calculator. At the time they should have, but now it was the right call if they don't pull the trigger. I mean, I don't know. Jocelyn said, should he win? Yes. Will he actually win? No.
Wow. Doug said, win with the hot take. I love it.
Doug came in with the classic scene that I used to see. LOL, Roman wins. I might laugh. Yo, what's up, Lunatic? Lunatic F50 in the chat. I want to send a shout out to Kyra. I appreciate you, Lunatic. What's good? Here comes. I knew Derek was going to come in hating. Cody doesn't deserve the title.
My guy, Derek.
Come on, D. Oh, my goodness. CM Punk should have broke it. Oh, he must be back on the streak.
Yeah.
Kyra, you a fool, bro. Hey, I'm just keeping it a buck when it comes to it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stand on they should have did it. I had my Cody shirt ready last year, and I just went on. I was like, I'm not even gonna change the shirt. I'm just gonna go on to the show. I thought he was gonna win.
When we signed on for our show afterwards, I think it was your show, a review show. I was like, I started the show like this. Just give it to me. Give it to me. Because, and I'm gonna tell you something. Wait till you hear what my prediction is for this year. Oh boy. And we're gonna we have a lot of fun stuff coming up on Thursday. So tune in on Thursday on Hubbard Wrestling. We're gonna do our predictions right here tonight. So stay tuned.
We got some boo, Derek. Listen, Derek and Jesse might be going at it about this.
Is Jesse in the building? We want to hear from Jesse.
I don't think he is, but you know what? I'm gonna put the Pro Wrestling Shoots channel info in there. I'm sure they're gonna be live tomorrow. Check them out during NXT. Six says, do you think WWE's television ratings will suffer once Roman drops the belt?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I don't think they'll be as high, but when I hear suffer, I think of a dramatic drop.
It may not be dramatic, but it's going to be lower. I don't think Cody's the star that Roman Reigns is.
And are you saying that because you just don't think it's going to...
I don't think WWE should have a Roman-less product.
Okay.
How about that? If that makes any sense. I think life without Roman is gonna, and believe me, I never thought I'd say this, but the way Roman has produced in the last 3 years, we don't know WWE without Roman as champion. We don't know what we're gonna be in for.
Is Cody the face of the product if he wins this? Like, is he the guy now? Like,
he's the guy in the minds of the decision maker. Like, he's going to be the guy in theory. Is he going to be able to be that guy? Time will tell. I'm not going to say no. I respect Cody Rhodes. But at this stage in his career, do I think that Cody is as popular as Roman Reigns? I mean, when you think of the guy, you think of Roman Reigns. When you think of the guy, do you think of Cody Rhodes? No disrespect. I'm just asking.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I think I could.
Okay.
Maybe. It just depends on if he's going to show up and do it. Kyra, speaking of hard times, is when you had Otis winning Money in the Bank. Come on now, Leon. Come on now.
Yeah, the pandemic era was kind of rough. You're right, Otis. You're right. You're right, Leon.
Ooh, Deanna. She's slapping the Macho Man label on these guys. Cody and Seth are very similar. They want to be the guy, but aren't.
Hey, listen, Deanna and I agree on a lot of things, and I think we agree on that too. I like Cody, and I think Deanna likes Cody. Roman is just better. No shade, bro. No shade. Roman is just better.
Thursday's going to be real interesting, folks.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're there.
Jesse will be in the building. Derek will be in the building. Me and Conrad. It's going to be a lot of combustible elements. And our special guest is going to be another combustible element. I promise you.
Yeah, do you want to get into the Mania here?
Yeah, that's perfect segue. Let's go.
Someone said, does Tony allow Dustin to attend? No, I wouldn't. I don't have all the matchups because we did just get a new match made, and I'm pretty sure there's graphics, but we've got an entire card to run down. I'm just looking to see which ones we're missing. How you feeling about the 6 women? Let's start with that one. The 6 women tag match that was recently announced here with Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi taking on the Kabuki Warriors and Dakota Kai of Damage Control.
I love all 6 of these women being involved. I just think a small tweak would have made it better. It should have been a tag team title match. That's all. I mean, take any 2 of the 3 going up against the Kabuki Warriors with Dakota Kai for the titles. Let's try and make these titles mean something again. They had an opportunity. They chose not to go that route. That's the only change I would make.
I don't want to overthink it either because some parts of me are like, man, maybe they should have just said they have a mystery surprise and you don't debut her at the Rumble. But listen, we're here. This is what we're doing at this point.
Right.
Good for them. I know who should win. I'm just telling you, and her streak should continue. And I'm talking about Bianca's. So,
yeah, Bianca should remain undefeated after Sunday. I agree. Or Saturday or whatever.
Yeah. Do you see a combination of these, like 2 of the 3 maybe teaming up to go after the Kabuki Warriors after, or is this like one and done?
I think it's one and done. I take that back. I think Naomi and Bianca could move forward as a tag team. I don't think Jade will. I think Jade will be on to bigger and better things. Mainly being probably Bailey or Io Sky.
Touche. E, please stop. I know
wow, E, yo, wild, bro.
Did you ever see that? You know what that's from on Twitter?
I do.
The TNT title, that is terrible. It's a mid-card belt. It's not a mid-card belt. Yeah, and you're my favorite mid-carder. That's why I'm happy you're in the tournament. I was just like, please stop.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. So we got a lot of people saying Jade, Bianca, Naomi. And we don't have a lineup of what's night 1 yet, do we? Have they announced that yet?
We do not have a lineup of exactly what's happening on what night.
Man. Sick. Save that comment, brother. That just made me laugh. Sean, call out another match, man. I'll pull them up if you want to call them out. What do you think is another night 1 match? Like, I think that should be night 1.
Not only do I think this is going to be night 1, I think it's going to be match 1. And I'm talking about LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
What a terrible job by World Wrestling Entertainment about how they have cultivated LA Knight as a character. I mean, LA Knight has done nothing but lose steam over the past 3 months. He's still good. The fans are still saying yeah, but I do not like what they've done with him. I hope he wins. But then again, I'm a big fan of AJ Styles as well. I don't like what they've done with him either. This is the matchup of 2 guys that have been underutilized and misused. Are we doing predictions right now?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the last one I said that one was a layup.
Yeah, I'll go with LA Knight, hoping that WWE is not idiots, but I'm very susceptible to them being idiots.
I just don't care about AJ anymore. Isn't it sad? Like, I feel like
since
that WrestleMania 36, I have not cared about AJ Styles.
It's sad and it's understandable.
I think it's ridiculous that people don't care about AJ Styles at this point. Why do you have someone so talented? And I know AJ's teasing some type of special entrance. Maybe he's gonna come out to that theme he had in TNA, like sounded like Sons of Anarchy. Maybe Grits gives them the rights, and he comes out to Get Ready to Fly. I don't know, but the right call, in my opinion, is to let LA Knight win this. You zap this dude's like
Mojo.
his mojo for that match with Roman, which I don't understand why we needed to sacrifice LA Knight for that. But
ridiculous.
Hey, what up, Blake? Blake's got LA Knight winning this one. And John G says LA Knight.
Yeah, they made some mistakes. They made some mistakes with both of these guys, but it is what it is. I mean, they're both on the show. Thank God they both have a spot on the show. They deserve it, but the way they've been cultivated as a match, it's been very disappointing.
Yeah. I will fully agree with that. A lot of people are saying Knight wins. It looks like that is the favorite match. What do you got after this, Sean? What do you line up here?
The second match. This is a cool prediction too. The order of the match. I'm gonna go Sammy and Gunther for match 2.
Okay, that's an interesting one to go that route.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sammy and Gunther for night 2. I think that's a nice progression in the card. I mean, Gunther clearly, obviously wins this match. Anything different would be completely ridiculous. I like what Sami Zayn did in 2023. He deserved the main event in his home country last year at No Way Out or Elimination Chamber. He deserved to be in the night 1 main event against the Usos and KO, but he does not deserve to be in this match. I'm sorry. This is not my Jey Uso fandom coming out. It could be many different people. Jey Uso would have been a better choice. LA Knight, would have been a better choice. And don't talk about draft because the draft means nothing. What draft? Exactly. So LA Knight could have been a better choice. Damian Priest could have been a better choice. But regardless, we got what we got. Gunther wins, and he should win going away.
Any Chad Gable involvement? They kind of
Chad
kept
Gable could be involved, and I would love to see Chad Gable call Sami Zayn the match.
Heel Gable. I will say Gunther wins as well because this isn't Sammy's story, if that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. He has no reason to be in this match. I agree with you completely.
We've seen Sammy as the Intercontinental Champion. Why do we need to see it again? Why is this so important to him? Was he clawing at that? What's more important to him is the World Heavyweight Championship. He needs to be the champion on one of the brands. So to me, that's his real story. And you have to tell that. Sami Zayn's best at telling stories when he loses. Think of NXT. Kevin Owens beating him up. Things like that. So he has to lose here. And I think you need to make Gunther win in dominant fashion because he's going to be the next guy coming up too. They can use this to propel a bunch of people to the main event because Cody's going to need challengers if he wins the championship, or Roman's going to need challengers, or Seth's going to need challengers. These guys have to have people competing for the world titles. You can't keep Gunther as the Intercontinental Champion forever. But you
Bash in Berlin.
It's coming up. Sooner than people think, too. And we got Backlash in France, too.
Yes, sir.
Keep it going, brother. Keep it going.
I'm going to go with a banger for match 3 of night 1. I'm going to go with a banger. It's going to surprise some people. This is how I would book the show. I'm going to go Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship, match 3 of night 1. And I'm going to say they're going to tear the house down. I think this is a really good spot for them to be the match 3 of night 1. I think Becky Lynch is going to show up and show out. I think Rhea Ripley is going to show up and show out. And I think it's going to go down as a match that will – Rhea Ripley's already on the map, so I'm not going to say put her on the map. This will be Rhea Ripley's signature win. Rhea Ripley will retain the World Women's Championship at night 1 of WrestleMania. And I think she deserves it. I think she deserves to not have Becky Lynch, who is a Hall of Famer, come in here and take her title from her just because it's Becky Lynch. Rhea Ripley deserves to go into WrestleMania as champion and leave as champion, and that's what I think she does.
I'm going to fully agree with you on this. I don't think this match is going to be as good as the match with Charlotte, if that makes any sense from an in-ring standpoint. But I think this match is to crown Rhea as this is her moment. This is who she is. This is your champion. You're not getting away from this. Like, Rhea is the most dominant woman in this division.
Yes.
Period.
And I think a Becky Lynch win solidifies that.
Respect. Quill says Rhea versus Becky. This could go either way, but I have a feeling Rhea will retain.
Yeah.
Oh, John G says Becky wins and becomes the world women's champion.
Okay. I
don't see it. We got some other people though trying to do it. We'll see. I just can't with it. Leon, I see you talk about some carrying across Lashley. I think they're in the Andre the Giant, man, which is sad. Hurts my feelings.
I'm glad he brought that, because that's actually my next prediction. Actually, I think they get this one right as it relates to at least having them on the show. I'm predicting they will be in a 6-man match. They're going to announce it on Friday, I think, or before Friday on social media. I think that the next match on the card is going to be, this will be night 4. This will be match 4 and night 1, right? I think it's going to be the combination of Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus Karrion Kross group. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to happen at WrestleMania. I think the Pride, as they're called, which is ridiculous, win the match because it should be the Hurt Business or Hurt Business 2.0. But I think they're going to win. Yeah, this is a wild prediction because this match has not been announced. So if it's not announced, and as Conrad probably accurately pointed out, they're all in the Andre Battle Royal, then this is moot. This cannot be held against me. If this match doesn't happen, it doesn't go against me. But yes, if it does happen, Hurt Business 2.0 comes out on top in match 4 of night 1.
I don't know what to say for that one. I'll be different, and I'll go with Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross needs to win badly, bro. Okay. I was just watching him the other day, and I was like, dude, this is bad. But Lashley needs a win badly, too. Like, I feel like Lashley got messed over last year, and then he had nothing. Okay. Like, he came out and posed with the Andre trophy. Where is his reprieve? Like, what are we giving him now to show, like, yeah, trust us. When you don't get what you want, we're going to hook you up. You did it for Sammy. Why can't you do it for Bobby? And I'm not saying that to slight Sammy.
Amen. No, come on, bro. You're talking truth right now.
Like, you gotta hook him up with something better than this.
Hence the reason why I'm saying Hurt Business 2.0 will be on the card, because them not being on the card would be absolutely ridiculous after what happened last year.
Right. Touche. Stop. Ease yelling. Stop letting Triple H off the hook for subpar work.
There you go.
Yeah, I like to think me and Sean don't. I feel like we're one of the rare people that have called Triple H on, like, hey, your signings, bro. We
haven't given Triple H a pass at all. Absolutely not.
Yeah. We've done what? That'd be match 4 for you. What else do you think we see here on night 1?
I think we turn up the heat. And we go 6-pack for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships for match number 5.
Now, there's a rumor going around that one of these teams may get replaced. See, top, middle.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that either. He's another guy that I'm like, listen, I know Austin Theory's not everyone's cup of tea, but don't do this to this guy where you're taking stuff from him like that. Like, I don't know. I have a soft spot for him a little bit where I'm like, dude, he didn't do anything wrong. He's just showing up, doing what he's asked, and then it's like, nah, we're taking that from you, brother. Sorry.
Don't second guess yourself, Conrad. You're 100% right. If they put him in the match, they made a decision, don't yank him. That's going to do nothing but hurt his confidence and make them have a bad taste in their mouth for no reason. They don't deserve that kind of disrespect. They don't. Do I think that they should be in the match? No, I think the Street Profits should have been in the match. But since they made that decision, don't yank them. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Let me see here. Oh, goodness. Street Business versus Final Testament have been announced as a Philadelphia street fight. Philadelphia street fight. Wait. It's been announced. Is that on SmackDown? That might be on SmackDown.
Oh, it's been announced for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Double check that for me. Can you verify that?
Yeah, I will.
I wasn't sure. Renegade.
I
Here
hope
comes
Quilly, we love you, dog, but we hope you're wrong because that is terrible. Are you kidding me?
Renegade said the Dudleys will be the 7th team. Please do not add more teams to this. And I think it was Leon. He had mentioned, have you heard anything about the rumors of the Hardy Boys being in this match? Listen, the last Mania I went to, they did show up. I don't know if they do it again, though. And I don't know if I care enough to see them because I think Jeff's still under AEW contract. He has to be. I don't care enough to see them show up. I don't think they'll get the same reaction like they did at 33. That's just me talking, though. I don't know how you feel about it, Sean.
No, I agree with you. What's the name of Karrion Kross's group?
Final Testament.
Give me 1 second, guys, because if that's the case,
Doug saying Motor City Machine Guns or Dudley's added?
Motor City Machine Guns would make me more excited than the Dudleys.
That match was announced for WrestleMania, not SmackDown. Hold on. I might be wrong, Sean.
Yeah, you know what? I just pulled it up. I'm seeing WrestleMania. Let me go to the.
Okay, so it's a street fight.
In that case, kudos to. Listen, we got to be fair. If WWE finally did the right thing, then kudos to them. So that's a good thing. Because that would have been really upsetting to see them on SmackDown.
Yeah, and I think everybody knows the match where they might get up if it gets a little clunky.
Yeah, I don't see it on the wiki page, which is not anything be all and end all. But we appreciate it, Quilly. So that solidifies my my prediction. Yes, Cross's group versus Lashley's group.
You know what? I'm going to take it back. If it's a street fight, I could see them then letting Lashley's team win. And here's why. Because the AOP could take the pin and it's not going to really hurt them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you could give it to them. But you got to do something with Cross if you want people. I do not take him serious at all in his spot right now. But let's go back to the tag scene here. A lot of people in the chat were calling for Awesome Truth to win this. I don't see anything for New Day. Nothing for DIY or Dunn and any of those guys. I did see, I think McKinney mentioned that he would like to see Waller and Theory grab the other set of titles. I don't know if they split the belts here. How do you feel about all of this? Like, this is going to be a busy match.
12 guys in a ladder match is way too much. It is what it is. I'm going to go, since you mentioned there's nothing for the New Day, I'm going to say New Day as far as a sentimental pick. They're not my official pick. I love the New Day. I love what they've done for the tag team division over the past several years. Them and the Usos are amazing. They do not win, though, in my opinion. I'm going to go with the sexy rumor that's been going around about the belts being split. I'm going to go with The Miz and R-Truth winning one set of belts. And I'm going to say, gosh, that's a tough one. I'll say The Miz and Truth win one set of belts. And I'll go with DIY to win the other set of belts.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. I'm going to be a super weirdo here. I'm going to call for what people aren't calling for. Give me the Judgment Day to retain, but early prediction on the Judgment Day will lose the titles the next night to a debuting team.
Okay.
And they don't split the belts. Just because I hear everybody saying they're going to split the belts, and I just don't think that's the wave. That's just me talking, though. Like, I don't think that's the move, guys.
All right, fair enough. So we're up to 5 matches. I got to write this down, but I'm going to have to rewatch the show and make sure I write down my prediction of the order of the match.
Actually, that's match 6. So this would probably be, I assume, then the main event.
Oh yes, the main event, the biggest. And you know what? I'm not going to put up air quotes. This is bigger than Piper and Orndorff versus Hogan and Mr. T. It is the biggest main event tag match of all time at WrestleMania. The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. I think that it's too ridiculous to assume that Rock is not going to be on night 2. And Rock would not even have a reason to be in the building for night 2 if Cody and Seth win this match. That's how simple I'm breaking it down, Conrad. I'm breaking it down as simple as easy peasy ABC 1, 2, 3. If Cody and Seth win this match, Rock can fly back to his palatial palace in Miami or fly back to Hollywood. Rock wouldn't even need to be in the building. So for that reason, the Bloodline win. The Bloodline will be victorious in the tag match night 1.
You're not getting off easy on this one.
Okay.
Who is eating the pin then? And who is getting the pinfall for the other team?
Rock beats Cody.
Okay. Well done. Just like rock bottom, just straight up, or is he eating the WrestleMania 18 finish, like just to make everybody mad?
I think we'll see a people's elbow, but I don't think a people's elbow will be the deciding factor. I think a people's elbow will happen, but I think a combination of a spear, rock bottom, Superman. Matter of fact, I'll take it a step further, bro. You want me to go there? I'll go there. I'll predict the end of the match. It's going to be a combination Superman punch into a rock bottom.
Double rock bottom for the win. Rock shoves Roman out the ring and gets the pin.
So yes, I think chat. Let me know if you feel me. Rock doesn't need to be in the state of Pennsylvania if they lose this match on Sunday. If they lose this match on Saturday, The Rock can fly away. That makes no sense, right? The Rock is going to be in the building Sunday, and there's only one way The Rock is going to be in the building. There's only one way we hear, if you smell, on Sunday, and that's if the Bloodline win on Saturday, and so the Bloodline will be victorious.
It'll draw some attention. I wonder even could Drew help them to build for the other match? Drew's kind of been put in a bad position with this too, but he's kept himself relevant. Roman has to show up more. When Rock's showing up more than you, it looks bad, bro.
Agreed.
It looks real bad.
Agreed. 100%.
I got a lot of people saying Cody and Seth win. Gomar says Rock is pinning Cody. I'm with Gomar. Rock gets the pinfall victory, and Cody, Cody's got to eat this pin for it to be all right, I guess. I don't know. I'm very interested in this match. I'm glad that you said that this is like bigger than WrestleMania 1 right now.
Yep. And you know I'm old school, and you know it's very hard for me to say something like that. But this has taken the place of that tag match. This Saturday night will be the biggest tag match in WrestleMania history.
You listen, you need the shenanigans on night 2. If you don't have the shenanigans, all that stuff that happened at 39, what does it mean? Like, come on.
That's all I'm saying.
Cody should just walk in, stomp Roman, and it's over then.
Yeah, come on. Like, all I'm saying is, like I said, it's not a brainiac take I'm giving you right now, bro. If Rock and Roman lose on Saturday, The Rock is bye-bye. The Rock is not in the building. The Rock does not need to be in the state of Pennsylvania. The Rock doesn't need to be in the United States of America. The Rock can go all the way to Japan. There's no reason for The Rock to be in the building if they don't win on Saturday night. And you got to have Rock both nights.
I respect it. I'm loving it. Derek talking about he needs to see Cody cry. Cody used to cry on night 2. He says Rock and Roman win. And hold on, Blake. We're going to get to that. You're jumping ahead here. Drew was shown on Monday talking to Heyman. Just a heads up. Roman is penning Seth. Rock and Roman win. Lots of shenanigans. Seth gets injured. Seth loses to Drew. Bloodline rules. Oh, you're jumping ahead. Vinny said little brother. Sick is saying he thinks Rock takes the pin and Roman turns on him because of it, thus setting up a big Mania match for next year.
Okay, I mean, I hear you.
McKinney, that sounds like a good idea. You know what that means? A classic Sean quote from the podcast. Seth eats a pin with giving him reason to be upset with Cody. Okay, so I love the theories. People have lots of theories on what happens in this, and it's kind of you could piece this together on night one and then carry it over. Interesting. Yeah. Let's keep it moving, Sean. I'm gonna let you call out your matchups here again. I'm gonna let Sean book this card still.
Night 2. Oh, so
I was like, you better open with this. You better open with this.
It's just me, Uso Mania will not open up night 1. Uso Mania will open up night 2, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy and Jay open up night 2 of WrestleMania. I'm going with my heart on this one. I have to say Jay. I couldn't be me if I didn't say Jay Uso does not win this match. Jay Uso has the crowd rocking coming into WrestleMania and going out. Jay Uso victorious over his brother Jimmy. Opening match, night 2.
Yeah, I just think that Jay is the hotter of the two. Like, you got to move with the hot hand, and if you're going to keep these two split, which I don't think you put them back together right away, but that's just me talking. Jay Uso gets the big dub here, in my opinion. Do you involve Rikishi or anybody? Do you keep shenanigans at a minimum?
All right. Let these guys tear the house down and let just Jay win clean. That's what I say. Even though it's going to be hard to win clean because, Solo's going to be out there. But Jay overcomes both of his brothers and wins in a clean match. Fairly clean match.
Okay. What you rocking with next?
I'm going to go with the LWO versus Santos and Dirty Dom.
Put up that one. There we go. Yo, I don't know who put this up, but someone was like, it's no wonder Rey Mysterio gets jumped all the time or turned down. Why are you going to disrespect all these people in the LWO? You're like, yeah, we got a new member, my partner, Dragon Lee. He's going to protect my left knee, and he's going to make sure we get the win.
And why is Carlito not in the match? Golly.
You know what I think they should have did? Now, call me crazy. They're doing the street fight for the other match. This match I would have had be in a parking lot or something different to where you could have had fans like, hey, whoever's here, they're going to be in a parking lot surrounded by cars, the old Cena, like Eddie Guerrero type style. And you could have did that. And everyone could have been involved. You could have even had Zelina and Elektra Lopez.
Yeah, true.
You could have did stuff in there.
They'll be a part of the match regardless, but
right. But you could have did something though.
Yeah.
That's just me thinking about it. I would have tried something different. Chad's going crazy. I see a lot of Jay Uso.
By the way, my match card is kind of sweet. I think I'm putting this thing together kind of.
I think it's kind of nice how you're putting it together. I like that they're opening, and then people are saying Owen beat Brett, Matt beat Jeff, Jimmy beats Jay, heel bros for life.
You know what? That's a good. I hate to say it. That's a good point. Yeah.
No, Rob, that was under a different guise. It's a new era now, baby.
No, that was a good point. I hope you're wrong though, because I want Jay to win.
He said, why not think of Double Dragon when I saw that photo with Jimmy and Jay? Oh, my goodness. So, I'm
going to go with Dom and Santos.
Me too. I think Dom gets the win back on his pops. And I think that, does this lead to a big match later? Or do you think they're like,
I think it leads to a retirement match next year.
I think they put the hair on the line. I think Ray wants to cut that hair off.
Okay.
Mask versus hair. You could do it if they wanted to.
But either way, I think we agree it's going to be a trilogy, and I think the trilogy finishes next year at WrestleMania.
I wouldn't mind it. Dom gets his win back. Last time Ray was in a parking lot, he got thrown around by Nash. Chill.
Throw him like a long dart, in the words of Larry Zbyszko.
Dom and Santos for the win because Carlito will join Legado.
Ooh.
Okay, McKinney.
After Rey Mysterio disrespected him by not putting him in the match.
Here you go, McKinney. Take the pencil, bro.
Yeah, I like that, McKinney. Look, Ray, storyline-wise, didn't he disrespect Carlito? Carlito could be like, yo, I'm standing right here. You bring in, some other guy. Come on now.
Rob, cut it out. I see you in the chat. Jimmy and Bimmy. Who's the other guy? Conrad, say it. This card looks boo-boo on paper, E says. He's not feeling it.
Come on now.
I think some of it looks good. They've built up to this. Bad Bunny is a backup for Ray. That would be crazy. The pop he would get, I think, would be crazy.
Nuts.
Crazy for him. Derek will be out there wishing PD Crack was coming out, another Philly rapper with them. Let's see here. Let's get into man. There's a lot of title matches on night 2.
Well, that's what I want. This is my card, right?
No, 100%. But I just can't. I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, these are all title matches. The rest of this.
So what do we got so far? Jimmy and Jay open up. We got Latino World Order versus Santos and Dom for the second match. I think we go U.S. title for the third match. U.S. title for the third match.
We're thinking the same.
Yes, U.S. title.
So is this a triple threat? Like, I honestly do not know what has been announced for this. Like, what is good?
It is a triple threat. Yes.
Do you care? Honestly, like this, and you can tell by my answer and how I'm asking it. I think how I feel. Like,
I don't care. I don't care. I would like to see Orton win just for nostalgic purposes.
I don't know what they do because I really don't want to see Owens or Orton as the champ either. Like the U.S. champ, I'm just like, okay.
I mean, I hear you. I mean, it's definitely not. It's a step down, but at the same time, he has been Intercontinental Champion in his earlier career.
Sean, give me a plain food. Like when you eat it, you're just like, okay.
Plain food. A plain food like a butter roll.
Yeah, you're just like, okay.
Yeah. I was hungry. I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah, thanks. I'm good. That's how I feel with this. Like they got to come out. Am I saying that they're not going to deliver like great moves and do all this stuff? No, but there's no investment in this to me for like I want to see someone win.
Right. Okay. I mean, like I said, I'm picking Randy just for nostalgic purposes. And by the way, I will put this match order and both of our predictions in the chat after we go off the air.
Okay. Feel free to list it in the comments too. If you want to do that, it might be easier for you. And I'll pin
it. That's probably better. Yes.
I'll pin it. Just let me know.
Yep.
Pro Wrestlers said not enough dream matches. Don't start the WWE versus AEW stuff, guys. Listen. Respect how people feel. All right. Lay's original. Thank you, Rob. Rob said plain Lay's. No sauce. No sauce with them.
And by the way, another quick question for you guys and you Conrad. We can almost book that Jay and Jimmy will be opening match night 2 if they're not opening match of night 1, right? We can lock it down.
So. I think that match would get enough of reaction from the people just to hear like I want the people vibing early. You don't put this match on like 9:58. You're like, it's just me. Ooh. No, I need people up for the show. Get them standing up and doing what they're gonna do.
That's what's up.
Okay. Now I'm interested to see how you place this because we're down to the final 3, I believe.
Final 3, easy peasy. The World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
All right. I don't know if your other predictions have to line up with this, but
100%. I'm not happy with it because I love Seth Rollins, but Drew McIntyre will be the next World Heavyweight Champion.
So you're saying he takes it now? There's no.
I'm saying he takes it. I'm saying Drew McIntyre has lucked his way. I'm not being funny because we all know it would have been CM Punk. Drew McIntyre lucks his way into a championship on Sunday night. Yes, I do.
I just don't think Drew can afford the loss here.
100%. He definitely can. He definitely can.
I'm sorry, I didn't even give a prediction to that before. Man, give me. I'm gonna just say Randy Orton for the sake of saying Randy Orton for that last.
Nostalgic purposes.
Yeah, that's fine. Going back to it, so Drew, I feel like has to win just because of his work. Sean, were you one of the people who doubted Drew? There were a bunch of people who were like, I don't know.
I'm one of the people that doubted Drew.
Well, there's been people.
I couldn't stand Drew McIntyre for a whole year.
So you didn't like babyface Drew, or you just didn't like Drew, period?
I don't like Drew, period.
Do you like him now?
He's okay.
I think he won some people over recently. Like,
he's okay.
Listen, I think he's doing the best work that he could do right now without being a champion or, there's people who have disappeared who aren't around to defend their belts. So this is what I got to do, I guess. So
Right.
I like Drew a lot. I think you got to give Drew the championship here. Maybe this culminates in a triple threat later. I don't know how it's going to pan out. Punk's on commentary. Does Punk play a role in the finish to you?
Punk might play a distractionary role, but he's not going to be able to get physically involved.
They stomped his arm already once.
So the answer, okay, then the answer to your question, yes, he will play a role, but I don't think it's going to work out the way he wants it to work. Well, he doesn't like Seth either. So yes, he's going to play a role and Drew's going to win.
Okay. All right. So we got people saying Drew, Vinny's going with Drew. Blake says Rollins retains 100%.
100% Blake. I hear that.
Let me see here. If Seth wins, Priest is cashing in, though. Is there a shot for Priest to come out? And we've tied Priest to only this championship. I mean, I guess it would be foolish to go up against Roman these days, but
I mean, Priest in my booking, Priest is in on night 1 in the ladder match, so he wouldn't have anything to do on night 2. So I guess they've messed up the Money in the Bank so much, I don't even care.
And that's where my prediction leads to. I said they would lose the tag titles the next night to somebody or a debuting team. I think Priest goes to cash in out of anger, and that's where he messes up.
Okay.
Try to cash in on the new guy because you're upset and you're so used to winning and you got to do this. I'm here to prove I'm part of the Judgment Day. Done. Right. You're done, son. Right. That's it. You're finished. I think he messes up, and then that's when they turn on him and kick him out.
There you go. Not bad.
You could build a program from that. Drew wins due to Punk messing with Seth by accident. The 3 match openers you have are Uso 6-pack ladder match and Seth. Drew night 2 only if Seth get. Oh, don't say that. I don't want to hear about anybody getting hurt. We cannot have plans get. We've juggled this card enough. This is the most roller coaster I've ever felt about a show where I was like, man, I really wish we should have went. And I was like, nah, I'm glad I didn't go. Then I was like, Punk's back. I should have went to this. Now Punk's hurt. Thank goodness I didn't get tickets.
But then you get Roman on 2 nights. It's like, maybe I should have went again.
Yeah. Oh, Rock's going to be there. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. Oh my goodness, the comments are flooded. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm missing anybody. I'm trying to get people who haven't had their name said here in a minute. I was in the same boat, but he's been knocking out of the park lately since his turn. Leah Maivia is going into the Hall of Fame, just announced now.
Nice.
Good. I cannot confirm that as of yet, but if that is true, nice. I think Drew should lose and stop blaming Punk. Told your behind to resign. WWE been telling you how they feel about you since that pandemic title run. Drew, I think Drew's been given the ball though, fairly. Like I think he's crushed whatever he's been given. Punk
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Drew deserved to win the Royal Rumble in 2020, but you don't get a second chance at glory just because you didn't have fans. But because of CM Punk's injury, he has a chance again to reclaim his glory. So good for him.
Right. And let's see here. We talking kayfabe hurt. Money in the Bank has been damaged for years now. I kind of feel the same.
Yeah, at least the last couple of years, I agree.
Yeah, and he says no one cares about Priest. I thought he was favorite of Triple H. I don't know. I don't know here. All right, we got 2 more.
Well, we all know that.
In a shocking switch of Triple H's minds, he puts Bayley in the main event of night 2 of WrestleMania.
We all know Bayley and Io is going to main event night 2. No, clearly Bayley and Io are going to be the co-main event in this scenario. So, yeah, I mean, not really much analytical background needs to be given to this. I think Bayley wins. I think she deserves it. And I also think she deserves to be in a marquee spot, which is why I pushed her so far up the card all the way to the co-main event of night 2.
Yeah, I feel like she's just been disrespected through this time period.
I mean, real quick, and I'm gonna let you talk, bro. You can't have her as main event of either night. When Rock and Roman versus Seth and Cody are on the card, and then obviously Cody and Roman night 2, you can't have Bayley be main event. It's not any disrespect to Bayley. It's just the way things have played out. That being said, next best thing, have her as co-main event of night 2, and that's as best you can do.
And I mean, even if they wanted to get Damage Control involved, I think you have Jade, Bianca, and Naomi have her back.
Okay.
Despite the reluctance of they didn't trust her, especially Bianca.
Right.
Like, okay, I got you. And maybe Bianca makes the save, like, this is your chance. Do it. Don't say I never helped you. And Bayley gets the win on her own, defeats EO. I just think it's the feel-good story. You have to go with this.
100%. 100%. And again, I can't stress this enough. Because of the star power of night 1 and night 2 in the main event situation, unfortunately, Bayley does not get her opportunity to be the last match of the night. This is the next best thing. You're the co-main event of the biggest WrestleMania of all time, and you win the title.
I'm going to hit you with the Rob thing here, though. This is going to sound bad, but truthfully, do we have too many happy endings on our card? Because me and you are pretty much the same on a lot of this.
That's what
there's
she
a lot.
Said.
This is supposed to be PG.
I didn't say. All I said was that's what she said. I mean,
don't Google anything, kids.
Yeah, don't Google anything. WrestleMania 35 had a lot of happy endings. WrestleMania 35 was pretty much all happy endings. So I mean, I'm cool with that as long as it's done in correct taste. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, as long as it makes sense. I mean, we do have the one like Sammy's heartbreaking, but
right. Sammy doesn't win. I mean, Jay winning, I'm kind of have my tongue in cheek with that because, like, God forbid Jimmy wins, but that could be a possible bad ending. I'm just hoping that Jay wins. Drew winning is not a happy ending.
No. So we're fair then. We're more than fair, I guess.
Yeah.
And splitting it up. You gotta have
and the bloodline winning the main event of night 1 is not a happy ending.
Wait a minute though, but aren't we crushing? We're crushing Seth hard body. He's taking 2 L's up both ways.
That's the way it's played out, man. He would have lost to CM Punk, right?
I think he would have beat Punk.
Okay,
that's how I would have booked it at least.
Okay.
And it's time. We're here, Paul. It's the match begins. Just one more fight. Take Deborah out the equation.
This time I'm gonna let it all come back.
Bam, non-factor. Where's BJ when you need him for that? Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns. So we're saying, so me and you both agree, we think that they're gonna have all types of shenanigans in this. The people have mentioned Stone Cold, John Cena. They're gonna get involved. What do we do here?
I don't know who's going to get involved. There's so many things. Like you said, Cena, Austin. If it's bloodline rules, obviously Rock, Solo, Jimmy. Jay might get involved. Sami Zayn might get involved. Drew McIntyre might get involved. Seth Rollins might get involved.
Tama Tonga
might get, but the bottom
Jacob
line is...
Fatu?
The bottom line is... when all the dust settles and all the smoke clears, I am not saying this with anywhere near the conviction that I said it last year, but I'm going to say it anyway. Last year, I was about 75%, and I turned out to be right. This year, it's probably like 25%, but I'm saying it anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, with multiple run-ins and crazy interference and crazy whatevers, Roman Reigns will remain the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Roman Reigns retains. I've said it. It is what it is. I'm sticking to it. I got a feeling Cody gets screwed again.
All right. A member of Downstate gets involved. Cut it out. I'm going to take Cody for the win. I'm sticking with it. That, you have to do this. If you don't do this now, when are you doing it? When? When is the other time? Do you have an arena book? Because I got to see your schedule then. When are you going to do this? This is it. This is it. There's no Roman too much after this. I'll be back for SummerSlam maybe. What are you going to do?
Roman is booked for SummerSlam.
I know, but can you give Cody one more chance, guys? Believe in me, one more time. Until what? What's gonna happen this time now?
I'm gonna give you because we're about to lock this thing up because I'm hearing the rumor that Rock and Roman are gonna start the show. Here's the deal, bro. Here's the deal. All yours to close us out, bro. Everybody in the wrestling world thinks Cody's gonna win this match. That's all I gotta say. The floor is yours.
Listen, I keep seeing people say deserves the title in the chat. I'm looking at you, Derek. No one deserves anything. It's handed to you. It's earned, but it's handed to you at the same time. Look, at the end of the day, it's pro wrestling. I think you give it to Cody. We talked about earlier, did they do the right thing on 39? I do not think they did the right thing. You cannot do this again and expect people to believe in Cody. If he loses here, Big Daddy Kush is out. I'm done. I'm done with Cody. I don't care then. I'm like, find someone else. Call Seth. Call Dwayne. Give it to Rock. Give it to whomever. Give it to whoever we need to. But we're moving on. All right. I've got nothing else to say except for we'll be back. If anything changes my mind over the next day, you guys will find out, or maybe the next day or two. I know they're going to be promoting heavily all the WrestleMania stuff. We'll be over on Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, April 4th. Is it the 4th?
April 4th, 8:35 p.m.
Thank you. 8:35 p.m. Be over there. We're going to be talking WrestleMania. There's going to be trivia. There's going to be fun. Come in. Come talk with us. Let the Mania hype consume you. And we're going to talk some wrestling, man. Be there.
Conrad will be in the building Thursday on my channel. Derek will be in the building. Surprise guest will be in the building. Jesse from Pro Wrestling Shoot will be in the building Thursday night, 8:35. And is it official? I will be in the building right here on EPW on Saturday night after the first WrestleMania goes off the air.
We did that last year. If you want to keep the tradition,
I'm loving it. We got a big week ahead of us. Roman retains. I don't know why I'm saying it. I'm just saying it.
Okay. And the matches were just announced too for the day one. So
the matches were just you're kidding me. No way.
Yeah, we'll see.
I was probably wrong. Daggone it.
Well, we'll do some comparison. Check in the comments down below. Sean, take us out with your quote, and we'll get you guys on out of here for Monday Night Raw. I know we're 5 minutes into it.
God bless you. We appreciate you. It's WrestleMania week. Enjoy the ride. See you guys, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly on Thursday. Before Thursday, make sure you're at the EPW channel for the AEW review with Derek and Conrad Wednesday night, 10:10. Thursday night, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, 8:35. Saturday night, EPW. Hubbard's in the building. Derek, I'm sure, will be in the building. Conrad will be in the building after night one goes off the air. God bless. Be encouraged. Evil never prevails.
Subscribe to Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.